Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. In today's episode, we're going to be interviewing an amazing woman. She just won grants, yes. And she's going to be sharing with us how she came about the grants and how she won the grants, how she applied for it, who picked out, what were the selection criteria, have you. So without further ado, let me just go right into today's topic. But before we proceed, please go ahead and introduce yourselves. I want to know you. I want to meet you. Where in the world are you watching from? How did you find this video? Who told you about this channel? Who sent this video to you? Because I really want to say big thank you to every single one of them. Sit back, relax, and make sure you watch this video all the way till the end. You know your girl has always got you guys covered. So without further ado, come with me. Let's go. Let's meet our guest for today, Mrs. Idaya Sambo.
Thank you so much, Miriam. Thank you everybody for joining. My name is Idaya Sambo, and I'm the owner and the creative designer behind Cover Me Cute. At Cover Me Cute, we create head-to-toe, effortless, modest fashion to keep you covered and still maintain a level of cuteness. Alongside, I'm a business mentor. I mentor startups, meaning 0 to 5 years, and already built businesses to scale their businesses through social media marketing. I'm also a mom, I'm a wife, I'm a nurse. So I do a lot of things. I'm a YouTuber, a starting YouTuber, and Miriam is my coach, okay? So that's pretty much what I do in a nutshell, and I'm excited to be here.
Amazing, I'm here for it. I know my audience is super excited to find out how you found out about these grants. When was the first time you heard about grants? When did you ever take it serious? How many grants did you apply for? And how did you get picked for the last grant you won?
Okay, so before we get straight into the grant, I want everybody watching right now to know that you don't win. A lot of times you don't win the grant just like at once, like immediately, just you apply today and then bam, next month you're one of the top 10. It doesn't usually happen that way. It can happen, but it doesn't usually happen that way. But how did I even find out about these grants, about these pitch competitions, about these different kind of, because there are so many grants you cannot keep up with? It all started with me having a business mentor in my industry. People don't understand how important it is to have somebody guide you, to hold your hand, to say, hey, this is not what is working right now. This is what is working. So focus on this. A lot of times we're thinking, oh my God, I don't want to pay that much money. I can go to YouTube and watch YouTube videos. Yes, you can go to YouTube, but you won't have direction. And you know, when you're wasting time, you're indirectly wasting money, because time is money. But when you have that person that you are paying, or sometimes you're not even paying, if you do your work good enough, because I have multiple mentors. I have mentors that I pay, and I have free mentors that have been referred to me. So if you do your job well, you should have a mentor, either or. So my mentor was the one that hold my hand, and it all started with me having a great intention for 2023 that, hey, this year I'm gonna go out there and start getting everything that belongs to me, because I'm owning it, because it's mine already. I'm just gonna go and do the necessary procedure to get it. That's the first thing, is your mindset. What we're about to hit 2024. What are the goals? What goals are you setting for yourself? How are you going to break these goals down to make it easy for you to reach those goals? How are you going to schedule those goals ahead of time? So day by day, even if it's 1%, if you do 1% of your goal every day, that's 100% in 100 days. 100 days is roughly 3 months. That's not bad. So I started with promising myself to get off the sewing machine, get off the sketchboard, and just go out and represent my brand. So I'm not just behind the screen selling. So that's how it started. It was me and my mentor. I remember my first grant was local. I feel like people forget that you can apply for grant locally too. Like you have higher chances to win local grants than you have winning national, because national grants, they have a lot of applications, a lot of people that qualify to win the grant. So when they don't pick you to be the grant winner, that doesn't mean you don't qualify. It just means somebody else qualified more than you did. So we started on going to small business organizations within our vicinity. I registered, was it like 2 or 3? And I started going to classes. Any class they have, I'll go to. And I was picked to be in one of their classes called the impact program. And apart from even winning money, because sometimes we're so focused on money, we forget that information is worth more than money. So even when they give you the resources, the financial resources, they don't just leave you alone to hang. They give you information. So while you are reinvesting this money in your business, because they're like investors, they also give you resources. They give you new mentors to help you along the line. So you have so much to gain when you start going out there and applying. And that's how I started. I went through a 12-week program. That was my first grant. And I won a $2,500 check right after. My mentor, like I said earlier, if you haven't signed up for Miriam's mentorship program, I don't know what you're waiting for. If you have somebody else too that you feel like their vibe matches yours, I feel like this is the time you need to plan ahead for 2024 to get you a mentor. My mentor was the same person that sent me the second grant, which was it was like a recycle grant. They were giving it to specifically people in the fashion industry because we waste a lot of fabric.
Mhm.
So they were giving us education on how we can recycle these pieces of fabric. And after watching 5 videos, they sent us $1,000 check. Right?
That
Right
is
after,
amazing.
about 3-4 months in, I won 3 grants. 3-4 months in, I won 3 grants. Right after that, another program, because if you remember, I told you that I registered into small business centers, like within my within my city and out of my city, like in my town, different small business centers. We have women small business centers. We have Black small. If you're a minority in any way, shape, or form, check out Minority Small Business Center near me. It's everywhere in the United States, and register. Okay. So the other small business center called, and they were like, oh, we're having a program. We want to teach you how to get into the big box retail. So I was thinking in my head, so I'm going from my basement to the big box retail. Are you kidding me? And they were like, yeah, we just want to give you like a couple of weeks of training. We have sponsors. Walmart is part of our sponsors that sponsored this program. They never told us that we're going to win. They never. So that's why I said in the beginning, don't focus on the money you want to win. Focus on the knowledge, because these people have resources. These people have people that have had 5-6 businesses that they have sold that are worth millions and millions of dollars. They have volunteers, millionaire volunteers that say, hey, I want to give back to my community. So what I'm going to do is go to the small business centers and ask, do they have any classes? I want to come in and just pour into these small businesses, because there was one time when I was a small business and I needed all these resources to get me to where I am today. So we got there, they taught us, they gave us information on how to get to the big box retail. And of course, I got a call back from Walmart, which we're working behind the scenes right now to get into Walmart. But staying on the focus of getting grants, we didn't know we were going to get a grant. But the information that I got, it helped my business, the structure of my business. Because sometimes we're not running our business because we know nobody's going to ask you what you're doing with your money or the paperwork, because it's your business. Sometimes we slack. But when you go into programs like this, they help you structure your business so that you don't look, we are small businesses, but we don't have to look like small businesses. When people see your website, when they see when they see your social media page, it should be screaming big business. It shouldn't be screaming small business. So, and this is what they taught us. The structure, our value proposition, our target audience, our personas. We did a lot. I loved the class. It was so much. It was repetition. And sometimes you think, oh, it's repetition. We need to listen to repetition. A lot of times we need to listen to one thing over and over before it actually sticks. So after the program, they were like, okay, we had a surprise for you guys. We didn't tell you before. You're going to be having a pitch competition, and one person is going to be going home with 2,500. I was like, okay. And because I just went through a pitch competition from the first small business, give me a second. Alexa, quiet. Because I went through the first program from the Small Business Center, they taught us how to pitch. They taught us our business structure. Now I went through it again with the second Small Business Center. And I also had to face the owners, the buyers of Walmart. So I had perfected my pitch to some extent. Like it was like I was comfortable pitching, even though I was still sweating. I was comfortable pitching because I actually at that point I was like, okay, now I know what I'm doing. So as soon, and it was just a 5-minute pitch, and it was that day. It was a video pitch. Immediately they knew I was the winner. Like they didn't even have to think about it. And this is not because I'm smart. It's just because I took the effort to learn and relearn and relearn and then practice. Actually put it into practice. I put my fear aside and I put my goals in front of me and I just kept on going. And right after the pitch, I knew I won because one of my business advisors were like, hey, you blew everybody out. Like literally nobody had any other choice. Like it was an obvious win. They didn't even quit. And then I had, because one of my business advisors in that center, he has seasoning. He has a seasoning, a multi-million-dollar seasoning product in big boxes. And immediately he emailed me, who was like, so impressed, you're so professional, you know your business to the T. I want to give you these resources. Look at that. I want to give you these resources.
Wow.
Even gave me more links that you can't find on the website. Like, try this, try to get this funding, try to get this. I see you blowing up in a minute. Or we have to find a celebrity to wear one of your products, and you go from small business to huge business. I got if you have any questions. And just like that, I just gained another mentor. Just like that.
Wow.
So we're talking about in a 4-month period, I 1,500, 1,000 and another 2,500, 1,000, another 2,500. All
Guys, this is mind blowing. You guys heard from her. She got free mentorship, not just the grants. She got free mentorship. She got networking opportunities. See, you need to have your name mentioned in rooms filled with opportunities. And if you're not there, if you're not within that circle, no one will remember you. You need to network. She also talked about the 12-week mentorship. And she also talked about joining small business centers. We have women business centers. We have Black business centers. We have minority business centers. You know, and what have you? Take advantage of these opportunities. I mean, I talk about grants all the time on my channel. Go ahead. You heard her say she didn't even know that she was going to be picked when she first applied. She just applied. That's why you should apply when you find grants. Apply. You never know. You could be the next grant winner. Apply with positivity. And she also mentioned something in passing. She said, apply for multiple grants. You don't just apply for one grant and cross your legs. No, it doesn't work like that. Make sure that you keep applying. Apply and reapply. When you find monthly grants, you apply this month, you don't get it, apply next month again. It's not a crime. You know, go and apply for these amazing opportunities, you know. And then one more thing is, Mr. Diet can share with you how to get manufacturers. If you're looking into going into the fashion industry, you want to, you know, manufacture scrubs, you want to manufacture sportswears, clothing, she's your go-to person. If you're thinking about scaling and getting into the big box, guys, here you have it. Mr. Diet Sambo is here to assist you. She's a mentor. She's a coach. Guys, make sure that you head over to her own YouTube channel. She also has a YouTube channel. Please, can we know where to find you before we proceed with the next part of today's segment?
That's a good question. If you want to find me on YouTube, She Makes Cash is my YouTube handle. She Makes Cash, because that's what we want to make. We all want to make cash, right?
Absolutely.
Instagram, She Makes Cash. But if you also want to check out my product, because people are like, oh, you're a business coach, but which did you build? Go check out Cover Me Cute. I'm everywhere: Pinterest, Facebook, Instagram, and my website is there for you to kind of look into. But just like Miriam said earlier, you need to keep on applying. And the system is, don't think about grants as just another chore for you to do. Think about it as, even if you pay yourself per hour for your small business, pay yourself to apply for these grants. Even if it's, you're going to get all these YouTube videos from Miriam Adequaju, and you're going to look at them and apply for these grants, pick a day in the month. Maybe pick last Sunday of every month and apply for 10 grants. There is no way in the world that you will apply for 120 grants and you wouldn't win one. There is no, it doesn't work that way, because God will always reward you for the effort that you do. And just in case you don't win that grant, you'll win something bigger than a grant, which could be a contract, which could be the companies like emailing you like, oh, we saw your application, we know you didn't qualify for this, but we're interested in your products. You never know. That's why I always say your net worth is your net worth.
Yeah.
You can't just hide behind the computer. You can't hide behind your storefront. You have to go out there, because you are your brand. You are the person that represents your brand is. So you have to go out there, put a personality behind your brand, and let people know you, so they can remember you in bigger rooms, so they can remember to call on, like, hey, that's the girl that. And even apart from grants, when you go out there, you let people find you and you are seen, especially these small business centers. There was a quick story that I want to share with you. There was this celebrity, I'm not going to drop names, but she called one of the small business centers like, hey, I need a florist. And I want that florist to be not only a woman, but a Black woman, because I'm a Black woman. And I remember when I started my business, it was a struggle. Now she wanted to have a party in Hollywood, and she needed a florist to come and design the event space. And she said she wanted to give back to her community. So that's why the city that I'm in, that they should get. Okay, so if these florists that they had on hand, if they didn't register into the small business centers, how would they have found them out? And they had two. And she interviewed both of them. And one of them won the contract. She flew her into Hollywood. And guess what will happen after that one contract? And these friends and families and mentors come to that event. What's going to happen?
More business.
More business.
Yep. As they should.
But you will never know until you try. Like, we have fears. It's not like it's easy to go on the screen. It's not like it's easy to go out and introduce yourself. But just like Rihanna said, sometimes you have to fake it. You like, people won't know. Michelle Obama said that too. Like, sometimes you just have to fake it. Fake it through it and let it be. Whatever you need to do to go, focus on your goals. Whatever you need to do to get to your goal, that's where your focus should be.
Absolutely. Wow, you dropped a lot of gems there. You haven't mentioned to us that your daughter also won grants. I know apart from you, your daughter also won grants. Can you tell us a bit about it? And then number two, can you also talk to us about your pitch? Did you have a pre-recorded video while you were applying for grants? And did you also have to pitch, at the event itself? So
yes. So about my daughter, she is in high school, and there was a time when they sent them this email from a university, the business department, like, hey, we want to give a junior entrepreneur $1,000 business grant. If they can fill out this application, let us know what they're going to do with this money. I was like, hey, I'm going to help you out. And this time, I never won a grant before. She was the first person that would win a grant ever. And I was like, okay, I'm going to help you out. And we sat together and we wrote out this application. Following week, they were like, you were the one that won the grant. Where should we send this money to? It was that. I was like, I was a little jealous, because I was like, really? I've been applying for grants over and over. Nobody ever got back to me.
Wow.
And the grant, it was called Pink and Black Awards. She was one of the top 50. So sometimes even if you are one of the top finalists, you're doing something right. So you keep on building on whatever you're doing to become better and better by the day. Everybody needs to have a pre-recorded generic video that you can use for these grants. And another tip that I'm going to give you is when they say something is optional, hey, this is free money you're not going to pay back. Whether it's or not, put it in. Put that in. If they say, oh, in a video, it's not, it's optional. They're testing you to see how serious you are. But you can put like your slides in, but it's optional. They're testing to see, oh, are you gonna take that? The people that take the extra steps, they're already ahead of you. Already ahead of you. And we don't think about these things when we just want to rush through it. Don't rush through it. Act like because this is you sourcing for funding for your business.
Mm,
And this is
mm.
you're not gonna pay back. Like how sweet it. You know how hard it is to get money, free money in the
I,
United States. Are you are you crazy?
I know, I know, I know. Wow, that
Yeah,
is.
a pre-recorded video. I also do the other pitch that we did. It was on a stage. Over 100 people were there. The other pitch I told you was in front of Walmart buyers. And then the other pitch was a video. It was video and it was live. So it was live on Zoom and it was a 5-minute pitch. So
That.
and always treat your applications like a pitch.
Mm,
Sense means a lot
mm,
because they get bored out too because there are so many applications they need to read and
mm,
broad as well. Like they don't have time to read. And another cheat sheet that I want to give you on this video to take home is when they ask you, what are you going to do with your $10,000? Don't say, I'm going to use the $10,000 to buy inventory. And that's it. Break it down to the T. I'm going to use $1,750 for Facebook ads. I will be using $3,500 for inventory. I'm going to use $1,500 for photo shoot and video shoot, which will be part of my marketing strategy, and $800 for my mentorship program that I've been wanting to, that will help me take my business to the next level. Like
mm,
when you break it down, then like, oh, she really know what she's doing.
mm, mm,
But when you just go, oh yeah, I'm gonna use it to do this and do, but how? They're
mm,
giving free money. They want to literally investing in you. They're believing in you so much. They've never seen you before. They've never heard your voice. They've never heard you talk. But all of a sudden, they want to give you free money. How are you going to convince them that you are the obvious choice? Just like you convince people to choose your product, you have to
mm,
choose your application to win a grant.
mm. That is amazing. Thank you. Thank you. In fact, I can't even thank you enough. Now, you mentioned that when when you get a question, what do you need the grants money for? Always break it down. Break down your budget. I'm spending X amount of money on inventory. I'm spending Y amount of money on ads. I'm spending this on, you have to itemize each of, everything that you need to spend the money on. Now, please, can you tell us the name of the 2,500 grants that you won with Damon John of Shark Tank? Can you tell us?
Oh, no, that wasn't the 2,500. That was the one that I didn't win. So
Oh,
the one was Jumpstart. It's called Jumpstart. I don't know if they have it in every city, but it's called. You guys can look it up because it's called Jumpstart, and the other one is called Auburn League. Auburn League is everywhere. This one is called Auburn League of Greater Cleveland because we're in Cleveland, but Auburn League is national, is everywhere. When we had the pitch competition, we had a national representative come at the pitch competition. As a matter of fact, Auburn League is going to clock 100 years next year, and they're going to have a huge party to celebrate it. So if you haven't signed up for Auburn League of Greater Cleveland in your city, or Jumpstart or something similar to, if you look up it's an NGO that supports small businesses. Everybody center. There are also women businesses. I forgot, ECDIs. Everywhere. They're everywhere. Like literally, these resources are there. The money is already there. Money is there. We just need to go and claim it. And guess what? If we don't, the government is going to start taking that money back. They're not going to allocate so much money to them. They're like, hey, who are you even giving it to? At the end of the day, you don't give it to anyone. And at the end of the day, they shut the center down because nobody's coming to use the resources. So that will be our loss. We don't want to do that. We want to be there to get.
That's amazing. That's amazing. Thank you so much for so I mean, thank you for giving us different resources where we can also get grants from: the ECDI, Jumpstart, Urban League, Pink and Black. Now, what is the importance of having a business? I mean, I see people who say, I want grants, but I've not started my business and I've not registered my business. What is the importance of having a business as it relates to grants?
Okay, so just like you said some people say, I don't have a business, but I want to. There are grants for startups. There are crowdfunding for startups there. So you don't even have an excuse. If you have a fire business plan,
Mm.
$50,000 grant, no
Mhm.
pay as a startup.
Mhm.
That one that she used crowdfunding and she got $1 million. She
Wow.
start the business yet.
Wow.
So
Wow.
on how big the problem you're solving and how much it makes sense to the people that want to invest in you, if you start writing your business plan this year and you start rolling it out by next year, because you take your time to actually build a powerful, and I'm going to give you another. I feel like this video should be shared to even your enemies so they can get off your neck when they start busy with their business. Like, you need a business plan. You don't know what to do. You don't know where to go. You have tons of YouTube videos. Go to Live Plan, LIVE, Live Plan. It's going to take you, it's an AI, it has AI built in it. Step by step, it's going to ask you questions as you respond. It's going to build you a fire with graphs and everything you might think of. Fire business plan, where you want to see yourself in a year, where you want to see yourself in 5 years. It's going to give you everything you can think of. Is going to give it to you. As much as you give, it's going to give back to you. So that's not even an excuse. But to go back to the question that you asked me about,
Importance of having a business.
it's having your own business is freedom, not freedom in the moment, because you're going to be the one to put the work in. If you had a father or a mother that passed down a legacy, a business to you, they had to put the work in.
Yes.
But right now, you are building the legacy. You are crushing stereotypes and all the stones and all the brick walls that you're gonna put. It's harder than being a worker. Like,
True.
don't say because I don't want to work a 9 to 5. Now you're gonna work 4 hours.
Yeah.
And me and Miriam can testify to this. But the results, when you see, it's just like having a baby, right?
Mhm.
You get pregnant. The first 3 months is like miserable,
Mhm.
right? Stories of people, you have different problems. The last few months is miserable. You can't put your stomach down. You can't sleep. You can't sleep one side. You can't use the bathroom. You just like you're tired of yourself, right?
Mhm.
But you birthed that child
Mhm.
and you hold that child and you
Mhm.
that child's eyes. The pain is gone.
Yes.
The
Yes. Amen.
That's how your baby is. Like when you put all the effort in, which is usually between a year to 5 years, and
Mm.
after a period, you start seeing your business actually scale. That's when you just your baby and you're looking into it like, I did this.
Yes. Absolutely.
And that's just the beginning, because now you can't pass your doctor's degree down to your daughter, but you can pass your business.
Mm.
It'll
Mm.
be like, oh, grandma created this business 150 years ago.
Mm. Mm.
Our great great grandma, she
Mhm.
created this 250 years ago,
Yeah.
4 grandmas away.
Yep. Yep.
And we have businesses like that.
Yeah.
So you are going to be the one to sacrifice for the generations to come. And yes,
Absolutely.
the fruit of your labor, but you'll be the one to. So it is a really good thing. I feel
Mhm.
like have a side hustle. It
Mhm.
really,
Mhm.
a medical doctor, have something that is aligned to your degree. I have there's I don't know if you know this company, but it's called Arberly, and she's a nurse and her husband is a doctor, and she's always coming out with like a slim medication, um,
Mm.
vitamin popcorn. Like you don't have to eat your vitamin. You take your vitamin, you can actually get it from your popcorn. Like they're using the knowledge of medicine
Mm.
for innovation.
Mm.
She's an RN, but not no more. But she still has
Mm.
it, and she's
Mm.
$1 million company. And not just that, she actually helped her daughter build her own company where she makes head. They're in Walmart, they're in all big boxes now.
Mm.
And this is her working from her home, having countless of workers all over the United States
Mm.
having. She's been showed in any magazine and any TV show you can ever imagine. She's been on it.
Wow. Wow.
So it's I love business because there's no limit
Mhm.
that you can grow, but so high when when you're being promoted, and then they'll help you. They'll put like 75 cents or $2 to your, after 3 years, and another after 3 years, $1.50 or per hour. But
Mm.
you are doing your business. The more you grind, the more you're gonna get results.
Mm.
There's
Mm.
nobody cheating on you at this time. You are controlling your own money. You are controlling how much you grow. How much you gotta go depends on how much work you put in. And it's limit. Who are the people that spend the most money? The business owners. That's why America supports small businesses, because they know that's where they're gonna get majority of their taxes from.
Wow. Wow. I love that. I really, really, really want to go on, but of course, I know that this video is going to be so long. I will definitely be inviting you live. Like, you're going to come live on my YouTube channel. And of course, I know a lot of people can't wait to have you. I'm going to do a poll as to what dates to set, because I know that people are really willing. They can't wait to really meet you and ask you questions real time, one-on-one. So at this point, we're about to round up. Can you please give us your last word? I mean, what advice do you have for people that are seeking grants, people that are aspiring to win grants someday? What advice do you have for them?
So my advice is, for everything that we've talked about today, we are not showing off anything. We are inspiring everything. Just for you, that viewer that you are watching right now, you're thinking, oh my God, I feel like my business is not, people don't see the purpose or the passion of my business. I keep going. I haven't seen results yet. I keep applying grants, but nobody has called me back. Keep going. Because that one grant, that one person that will understand your business is coming, but you won't get there if you stop. Might be like this close, like really this close, but because you stopped, now you drew yourself back. Now you're gonna have to work your way up to be in that close. So even if you need to take a break, don't have the intention of quitting. Take a couple of and keep going. And what I like to say as my last words on all of my videos is, your net worth is your network. So keep connecting.
I love that. Thank you so much for honoring our invitation. Thank you so much for these gems that you dropped. Thank you for sharing your experience and, of course, your journey, how you won the grants, multiple grants, and so much more. We want to say a big thank you to you, and we hope to bring you again to our show some other time. But of course, expect to join us on our live stream one of these Sundays. Thank you so much once again. God bless you.
Thank you so much for having me. Thank you so much, Mary. Oh my God, you're such a fire. You're just like, when you put on the fire and you have to put the stove on. That's exactly what you are. Not just for me, but for everybody that you come across. And I pray that continues to bless your business, make your channels grow beyond your imagination.
Amen.
Protects you, protects your family, and we meet at the top and we make fun of ourselves when we were at the.
Amen. Thank you so much once again. God bless you.
You're welcome.
Okay.